Hey guys, what's up? It's Sean, Autotopia LA. Today we're up here in Bakersfield. We're with Rodger from Ironworks Customs, and I've been really looking forward to this one. For one, we've never met before. I've heard about your company for a lot of years. I've even driven one of your cars recently.
Yes, sir.
So let's dig in on this one, and I know we don't have 4 hours to talk about every element of it, because I know, you guys have 10,000 plus hours in this build.
There's a lot.
You start with a 35 Chevy.
We actually started with two 35 Chevys that we bought out of Arkansas that were probably the best cars that I could have asked to start with.
Okay.
But they're still wooden structure with sheet metal nailed to the wood. Even if it's the best that it could be after all these years, it's just this rickety tool shed. And then you have to start customizing it to chop it and wedge section it and lengthen this and move these around and make the fenders longer and do all the things that you did to get to the point of this.
Yeah.
My reason in calling you was I wanted to show people what this stuff should look like before it goes to mix paint. Our plan is to unveil it at the Grand National Roadster Show in 2024. We have a few tweaks and things we're still working on to get it dialed in, but I wanted to be able to show people what 5 years of some journeyman level work should and could look like with the right execution. For the wedge section, you can see when you stand back and look at the silhouette of the car that it is thinner at the front, like a funny car. You're taking more out of the front than in the rear. So you're taking a pie section out, but when you do a normal car, you wouldn't be dealing with the wood structure. And so that became the intricate part in this process of trying to, as we built all the interior door structure and the interior body structure, we had to hold it all in place and work on cutting it to make it all fit.
Is all the wood gone now?
All the wood is gone.
Yeah.
It's all been designed with dimple dies to support the interior that will become a bodywork piece that is this substructure inside. Like, we've tried to make everything cool.
Yeah.
From the things that hold the headliner, the motor mounts, even the overdone brackets that hold the running boards on. Those things are jewelry. You could, wear it as a gold chain on your neck. They're that beautiful. The original rendering has the stamped louvers in there that you would see in a lot of traditional hot rods. It's super cool looking thing, but we were really worried as we built this car that people were going to mistake it for a Ford. The initial goal was to build the nicest or the baddest 35 Chevy that's ever been done.
Yeah.
And so we spent a bunch of time looking at other Chevys, looking at Pontiacs, looking at a lot of GM cars, and seeing this similar layout, but those cars aren't wedge section. So these louvers are thinner because the other ones are just square panels.
Right.
And so as we laid those things out, it came to the idea of, hey, let's do some doors that open. But we got the shape and everything to flow in there, to flow into the grill, and then we scanned it with our Creaform scanner. And then we developed where the doors were gonna be, and then based on that shape that is the side panel, these are machined to that same profile. And you can see when it's closed that it's the exact same shape as the sheet metal. When I undo the detent and I close them, they're all connected with linkage.
So it's one shot.
It's one shot.
Closes and opens.
Closes and opens. The alternator bracket is custom. This thermostat housing is custom. There's a lot of stuff that's been done to the stack injection. We made our own stacks with the air filter tops, or whatever you want to call those. The firewall is all machined to bolt into the car to be chromed, because I want to have that where these recesses have a different finish in it. So these highlighted parts will be chrome with all the recesses having another finish.
You get some contrast.
When you open the car, when it's all closed up, you're not going to see much chrome.
Yeah.
You'll have it in the grill, you have it in the head, in the windshield surround.
Yeah.
You'll have it in the handles, but that's it. But when you open it up, it's like, it'll bling in here and it'll bling in there. And so
while we're at it too, what is the engine in here? Is it a small block?
So it's small block Chevy.
And what transmission goes with that?
We put a TKX in there, which is the new Tremec unit from Bowler.
As much as you do the old school element of hand fabrication, you also employ all modern technology with CAD, 3D printing, SolidWorks, all that stuff. You're kind of bringing everything together to create the best cars. That's why it's so neat to see it in raw metal like this. When you see a car like this, once it's all painted and done and glossy and beautiful, you don't get to see the beauty of the metalwork, the artistry. No. It blends so well once it's painted that we miss, I would miss seeing all the little intricate elements.
So these are recasted reproduction wheels that were done a few years ago. I believe it's a 16x5 and an 18x7. So you would have seen this on dirt track cars back in your day.
I'm done with this guy. I'm just over him.
So we've debated on making new ones, but the wheels are just so perfect on the car. And so
They're
we go back
so
and forth.
good on here, dude. And I gotta tell you, I love the sizing back here and that they're center locks.
But that's very traditional. This is straight up 60s Indy car stuff. If you want to sit in there, you can.
Dude, I would love to.
So,
I love these seats, are so bitchin'.
It's been chopped a little.
How much did you take off of the...
I'm not really sure exactly, but it's somewhere around 5 inches, maybe 5 in the front and 6 in the rear.
It seems like everything is one-off.
It is, pretty much.
I mean, like one-off pedals and stuff?
One-off
pedals. Did you
pedals.
guys make your own pedals?
We made all our own pedals, made the whole dash, made the gauge cluster.
This interior, as raw as it is right now, just like blew my mind.
Yeah, there's just so much.
And aircraft's the perfect description. It's very aircraft.
When we were trying to make something that would be appropriate for a guy in the 60s that, I mean, apparently had a lot of time on his hands.
I'm not sure what to do with my hands.
You know, but had a thing for Indy cars. You know, the door panels are machined because these things come off. There's magnets behind it.
Oh, wow.
So there's magnets on the back side.
That is so cool.
So this just gets wrapped and put in the car.
Oh my, dude, that is just genius.
It's just that feel of the raw horsepower and a little bit of that something's kind of rattling, and it's not that it's quiet and plush and comfortable. It's the rawness of it where you're like, man, this is super
For
fun.
the little 20, 30,
It's
50
super
mile
fun.
drives that you're gonna do on a Sunday or something. Yeah, I get it, dude. Like I said, we don't shoot this kind of stuff. This is so exceptional. I mean, you're talking over 10,000 hours in the car, multiple years.
Yes.
You've had your business
Been
for
in business
21
years.
In a car like this, do you learn a bunch of new stuff?
We learn new stuff every day.
Yeah.
Every single day. I think as soon as you stop learning, you're just gonna go, you're gonna fall to the back. There's things on here we've never done on other cars, and to see the integration from the guys in the fab shop to the guys in the design room to just what can be done and how stuff can work together and functionally look good.
Wow. Will there be panels there that cover
Nope.
all that?
I want it to
You're
be
gonna leave
open.
it
I
exposed.
wanna leave it open.
Ah, I'm so glad you're doing that, man. When I saw the underside, is it drum brakes this car's running?
It's all disc brakes inside the drums.
What a great look on the underside to have the drum look.
It just fits with the style. I mean, so if you're gonna have a car that doesn't have air conditioning, it has roll-up windows, has all those
It
things.
would look weird if you saw the big rotors
It's just
under there.
consistency in the style and the vibe of the car.
I want to do the part that I always love, which is we'll throw some cameras in here and we'll go for a little loop around your neighborhood here.
No problem. I'm gonna let Mikey take you for a drive because I don't fit in here very well.
In case you guys are wondering, I'm 6 foot tall, so get an idea of how big Rodger is here. But thanks for taking the time, dude. I know you got a big shop, you got a lot that's going on, and I appreciate you guys working with us today so we can get to shoot.
Thanks for coming up here and taking a look at our work.
Obviously not a big horsepower car, small block in here, 400 something ish around there.
Yeah.
But what does this thing weigh?
3,000 pounds.
That dang, it feels really smooth on the road.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the one thing that we were kind of concerned about with straight axle front rear.
Right.
It's actually kind of surprised everybody of how well it actually does ride.
Yeah. And I can already tell the slight little bit you dig in, like, oh yeah, it pulls.
I mean, that's the cool thing about this stack injection too, is the engine's so responsive.
Yeah. Yeah. Whose injection system is that?
It's a Hillborn.
Oh, it is a Hillborn.
It's a Hillborn. It's set up for EFI, so EFI, it's got a Holly HV computer in it. Just simple, but it works really well.
Yeah. definitely a badass experience coming up here and shooting with Rodger and his company Ironworks. Amazing work these guys do. Seeing this car in bare metal to really get to understand how much went into this, from design to CAD, 3D printing, machining, fabrication. What a mind-boggling car, and I can't wait to see this thing done in 2024, debuting at the Grand National Roadster Show. Genuinely hope you guys enjoyed and appreciated what this vehicle is that we just showed you, and I will see you in the next episode. All right, you guys, later.